Welcome to this video about how to draw an eye. This eye has a visible upper eyelid. The other video is about how to draw an eye with an epicanthic fold. You need to start off by drawing a circle for the iris and for the pupil. You need to draw the eyelids and cutting through the circles. This is because your upper eyelid usually cuts off some of your iris. As ever with any of these videos, please do not draw your guidelines or your basic shapes really harshly. Lean lightly on the pencil because most of these lines are going to need to be rubbed out. Next, you can see I've rubbed out some of the lines I don't need. So the area of the pupil that cannot be seen behind the eyelid. Now that the basic shape of the eye and the eyelid has been blocked in, I've started adding a little bit of tone just to start to build up some detail. I'm not putting a lot of detail at this stage, but I do always think it's a good idea to shade in the iris quite early on, especially if your eyes are brown or a darker colour, because it just ends up looking a bit weird if you don't. Eyeballs are round and they're behind your eyelid. Clearly the eyelids are going to be casting some shadow on your eyeball, and the fact that the eyeball is round means in the corners there needs to be some tone. If you don't add any tone to the whites of the eyes, it's going to make your eyes look like they're flat rather than circular, which is going to look a bit uncanny valley and a bit weird later on. Now that I've got a little bit tone blocked in, I've very lightly indicated the shape and the thickness of the eyebrow. And please make sure that you don't put the eyebrow too close to the eyelid because that will look quite strange. But also obviously make sure they're not too high as well. Don't put them up near your hairline. Here you can see I'm adding more tone to the inner eye area and more texture to the iris. I've added the shine on the eye. So you can see that kind of coming up in the pupils and in the iris. I felt it was important to get this done. It makes sense to add detail to the iris and to the whites of the eyes. Obviously when you're doing the shine on someone's eye, you could just avoid shading that bit in the first place, but you could use an eraser to create the effect I've gone for here. We will be discussing this quite a lot in class. With eyebrow hair, the hair grows up, then sideways, then down. The reason for that is if sweat or rain is pouring down your face, it gets caught in the hairs and the water kind of gets transported down the hair to the side of your face and then down the side of your face. Please take your time with the eyebrows, and if someone's got reasonably natural eyebrows and they haven't painted their eyebrows on with a Sharpie, please don't give them outlines, okay? Unless they're very badly drawn on, eyebrows do not have outlines. Look at the texture of the eyebrow as well. Clearly there's going to be some hairs that are thinner, there's going to be some hairs that are shorter. They're going in the same fake direction, but they're not perfect. You'll make the eyebrows look really fake if you do all the hairs exactly the same length, pointing exactly the same direction. Okay, so do try to keep looseness to it. It takes a while, you can probably see from the video. It does take a while to draw the eyebrows when you are drawing a close-up eye, so please don't rush it because you'll end up ruining your drawing. Now that the gist of the eyebrows are blocked in, now I'm going to start blocking in the eyelashes. It's a similar story to the eyebrows in that unless someone's got very cheap fake eyelashes on, eyelashes are different lengths. There will be a same vague direction that they are pointing in, but they won't all be pointing exactly the same angle with exactly the same curl. If you ask people to draw eyelashes, they end up drawing them really long and curling up towards people's eyebrows, but that's not always the case. I have chosen here to draw an eye that isn't wearing mascara. Obviously if someone's wearing mascara, the eyelashes will be a little bit thicker, but not as much as you think. So it's very important to really look at the photograph or really look in the mirror when you are drawing the eyelashes. Obviously the eye at the moment looks pretty good, if I may say so myself. It looks grand, but it's just going that little step further will create a much higher level drawing. So spend a little time either looking in the mirror or looking at your photograph to see, do you need a few more shadows? Do you need more contrast? Do you need more balance? Do you need more eyebrow hair? Do you need more eyelashes? Are the eyelashes pointing in the correct direction? Do you need more of a highlight on the actual eyeball? So really look carefully to see, can you find these details? So hopefully you found this useful. This has been how to draw an eye with a visible eyelid. Thanks.